We have broken the 100 days until Cos I's barrier. Yes, we have. Because as you can see, it's only 95 days until the show now. Hooray, hooray. Yeah. In just 95 days, as of today, being the 1st of April, 2018, we're into April already. Hasn't time gone fast this year? Or maybe it's just me. I think it has. I'm actually managing to do this on time, just about. It's like nearly 11 o'clock at night, but hey. I actually didn't want to put the dress on. I was like, why do I do this to myself when no one even cares? It's cold and I don't want to put the dress on, but I'm like, no, format. Get the Icy Sunday dress on. Anyway, yeah. Just over 3 months away now, the show, isn't it? So that's very exciting. I actually think it's coming up too quickly. Just like the year's going too quickly. The show ended last year and I thought, I've got ages to prepare for next year. Ages to think about what I'm going to do and get my outfits and save up loads of money. And it hasn't happened, obviously. But hey, it's great. I'm not going to complain about it coming around too quickly. Don't be ridiculous. But the 5th of July is basically halfway through 2018. So by the time July comes round, the 7th month in the year, 2018 will be like rushing towards the finish. Anyway, I was actually thinking, how long is it going to be till we start seeing some, serious tweets about this year's show from, well, I was going to say Ms. Amanda Thompson like usual, but I feel like maybe that's a bit disrespectful because she is married, and we know that. So I'm just going to now say from now on, Amanda Thompson OBE, and hope that sounds respectful enough. I hope so. So, yeah, when are we going to see tweets from Amanda Thompson OBE about the show? I thought this to myself today and I was like, oh, when is it? Like, acting all stupid. And I thought, obviously, most of the tweets about the show and rehearsal pictures are only going to come out when they're actually rehearsing, which is June. We all know that it's 4 weeks before opening night that they start rehearsing. And that they have to prepare a whole show in just like a month. That's really quite amazing. I remember my mum telling me that when she came to see the show with me, she got chatting to somebody at one of the bars when she went half time to get a drink, and they were telling them how they only had 4 weeks to practice all this. And Mum's like, really? Ooh. Yeah. So anyway, I did say in last week's video that I was going to do a top 10 of what I want to see in Mesmerise next year and top 10 of what I don't want to see. Incidentally, I've discovered writing these lists that obviously there's a lot I want to see and basically hardly anything that I really don't want to see. Like there's a few things I'd be maybe like, oh, maybe I'd prefer if that wasn't there, or that I didn't see this or whatever. But in the main, I don't really care, because obviously, let's face it, it's in the hands of a creative genius, isn't it? Amanda Thompson OBE has been producing shows, I'm pretty sure, since before I was even born, like amazing entertainment shows. So we can all just rest assured that whatever happens, it's going to be amazing, just like the last 2 years of shows. And before I go into these lists, can I just say, and just apologise to people who have been fans of the show for many, many years, and younger skater girls and things that see the show annually and are like skaters themselves and they know things. I just want to apologise to any of you just for my lack of knowledge and the fact that I've only really been watching the show avidly for 2 years. So I might say things and you might be thinking, well, that's always gone on, Gemma, or that's always been the way, don't you know? So if I say things like that, yeah, just have to excuse me, okay? I enjoyed the obsession, I enjoyed the dreams, but I'm not claiming to have more knowledge than I actually do, or anything. This is just me, and my thoughts. Obviously, it's all my opinion, it's all my opinion, and I just want to highlight the fact that the list of top 10 things I don't want to see is basically a joke, because I don't really care that much about what's not in it and stuff. I don't have that strong opinions on it. I'm fully aware that whatnot. Okay, it's just all my opinion. Don't shoot me. Why do I always say that? Anyway, obviously in my top 10 of things I want to see, it's 10 kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to see, and one's like I really, really want to see. And in the don't want to see list, it's obviously the first thing is the thing that I most don't want to see, And the 10th thing on the list will be the thing that, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It comes down to the number one is the most. Okay? That makes sense? So, top 10 things I want to see in the Mesmerise next year. Okay? Starting with number 10. A routine that changes from dark/sad to happier/brighter, or vice versa. So what I mean here is, you know, in a routine, it tends to have a feel of being more funky, vibey, happy, or maybe a bit more dark. I'm thinking maybe within the same actual routine, so they keep the same costumes and it's the same kind of music, but in the soundtrack, maybe it could just like shock us a bit, you know? Maybe it could like rapidly go from, we start off all vibey, happy, and then suddenly, ooh, we stop and we go dark, and we're a bit like, you know, they slip that one past us, or maybe it starts off really dark, but then suddenly it goes like fun. I just think that would be nice. In ninth place, I've got some kind of use of the lights on skates as of a la the routine in dark, the dark routine in black in 2016's Obsession, where they had the little lights on the skates, you know, the kind of pink, with the pink and blue, I think. Yeah, they were really effective. Or maybe some kind of glow in the dark paint at some point that will show up, or flashing costumes, something like that. I just think would be really fun to see. Obviously, as I said, you know, maybe they've had these in previous years, and obviously I've just not seen it, but I can only say from what I've seen. Number 8. Well, I want to see in Hot Eyes a lot more of #the passion moments. And what I mean by that is, you know, moments like when in Worst Thing I Could Do Last Year, the dentist came and shoved Lukash out of the way. A lot more moments like that where it's really going down. Unexpected kind of moments, you know. How about we have Alexei Kobanov actually on the ice in skates at one point? Maybe we can't do that because maybe he needs to protect his feet. You know, maybe that wouldn't be good for his feet, for his routines to be doing that, but I just think that'd be so cool to have him unexpectedly on the ice at some point, because we don't expect to see Alexei Kobanov on the ice in skates. Anyway, in 7th place, I've got a Charlotte wearing solo. Again, maybe she's had a solo in one of the previous shows that she's done before 2016 that I didn't see, but I just feel like it'd be nice to see Charlotte wearing, you know, a really good long solo of her own. You know, a la Katie Orsha's style in the Dreams that she did last year. 6th place, return of Night Star Swing. Because I totally love that routine in 2016. I'm under the impression that the music kind of revolves and gets used for many years. So maybe it's been in it so many years, that's why it was taken out last year. But I love that routine so much with the high fives and the funkiness and the vibes. It was brilliant. So I'm just hoping we can have a return of that one. In 5th place, I've got like a romantic routine with a flower prop. Like maybe red roses or something. You know, I think it'd be really nice to have some kind of romantic routine with a few of the couples, or maybe everyone paired up, kind of like the tango, you know. But just using flower props in some way. Because, you know, I love the flowers and the roses. I just think that'd be cute. Anyway, number 4 I've got Darian Evgeny doing solo, which they do anyway, but I'm talking like the kind of solo that they did in 2016's Obsession. Yeah, it was kind of like a bit on the sexy side, you know what I'm saying? Well, they're amazing, those two together. When they skate together, they do such a sizzling performance every single time, and it's amazing. So I really want to see that. Actually, that exact same one would be fine from 2016, or something on a similar vein, because they're such good pair skaters. Obviously, they all are in the show. The other Russians and, you know, the Edwardses, Walden Edwards kind of thing. You know who I'm talking about. But that's what I'd like. Number 3, a kiss, please, a kiss, or 2, or 3, in the actual choreography. Again, like Darian Evgeny did in 2016. Just have it choreographed somewhere. None of this teasing, like the Dennis and Alexander hands going up and them coming so close. I'm like, no. Can you have an actual kiss in there? They're all pros. They're all probably doing a lot of that on the weekend. No, I didn't say that. Yeah, I just said that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm saying, I'm sure none of them are adverse to kissing anyway. So can we just see it in the show? Please, thank you. In second place, I think it'd be really neat to have, again, this may have been done many a time before, I don't know, but wouldn't it be nice, I think, to have, I'm hoping to see, a routine where it's like one guy and all the girls in the cast, or one girl and all the guys in the cast, just doing something like that. I just think that'd be quite a good dynamic. Because if you go on Daniel Berdnikov's YouTube channel, you see a video he filmed at the Ice Arena, which is him and like a load of the girls. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have a routine like that, something like that, you know, in the actual Hot Ice show. And obviously, the number one thing I really, really want to see in Hot Ice, what do you think it is? An amazing, super long, super great Denis Cheprasov solo. Now, I know that obviously Felipe Montoya has been in the Olympics and he deserves to have his long, you know, solo in last year. But I think it'd be nice to see Denis doing something like that in this year's show. I'm not saying have your own costume and things, because only Katie Oshawa had her specific personal solo costume in the show, but just having his own music and doing a really long one. That's what I'm hoping for. Not one where it's like Mercy Me, where he has a bit, but then he shares the ice and the music with, you know, Lou Cash and Artem and stuff. No. Yeah, a long Denis solo, obviously. Now again, I've said though I don't want list is a bit of a joke, so we'll just run through this really quickly because most of these I don't even really care about. I just made them up just because I thought I've said I'll do 10 things, I'll do 10 things. Things I don't want to see next year. Number 10, the return of the red Gladiator Act 1 finale outfit. You know which one I'm on about. You can see Denis in it in the leaflet. You know. That one. Not a fan. The prints with the chests, skirts, gladiator things. Not a fan. I don't really care, but that's why it's only in 10th place, but still. The guys sort of charging as they kind of did in Block 6, in Obsessive Dance last year, at Block 6. I don't like them charging over to like one bit in the audience, just because when you sat there on the front row, it feels a bit intimidating. Slightly. So, no. Number 8, I don't want to see neglected skaters. I don't mean they're really neglected, but what I mean is that sometimes I feel like certain skaters really don't get that much sort of showtime. Like especially, one person I'd pick out for this is Anastasia Yelova. I don't feel like I really saw her standing out very much. I know that obviously the choreographers and Amanda Thompson OBE are all very talented and they know how to put everyone having good little bits and standout moments in the whole show, and they're very talented and they can do that. So I just would like to feel like I've definitely seen a little tiny showcase at some point in the show from every single skater in the cast. Jeweled collars for number 7. Can we not have those back from the tango scene? Because no. No thanks. Number 6, the dream music that Katie Osha skated to in her solo last year. I didn't think it was that great. It was kind of quite boring. Obviously not that much, but the whole dreams come to life. It just wasn't one of my favourites. I like all the music in the show, but that just, as I say, I'm not too bothered about it, but I'm just trying to nitpick here because I'm trying to have 10 things in the list. 5, the splitting up of traditional couples out of the tango scene. I wasn't a fan of seeing the Denis and the Darius skating together. And Louise Walden Edwards not being with Owen Edwards and such. Number 4, outfits that show too much and talking like the Mercy Me. Being see-through in certain areas, no thanks. Number 3, obsessive dance without Alex Murphy. We all know she's not coming back. And, you know, she's going on the tour. Well, she's been on the tour and she's coming to Manchester, the main arena. Someone might have a ticket. Yeah. So she's doing amazing things right now with the Dancing on Ice. But to think of obsessive dance without Alexandra Murphy in it, no thanks. I can't imagine it. if you have it, can we like tweak it somehow so that it's a bit different? Maybe different costumes, or I don't know. I just really don't want to see it basically in the show without her, but we'll see. Too much change. What I mean by that is, obviously, I want most things to stay the same. So, hot ice. I'm pretty sure that probably has always started it, or for a long time. So, that won't change, hopefully. The music that comes on before the show and in the interval, I really, really love. Always expecting and knowing that music. Angel, angel. Da, 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 da. I can't even remember the words now. I've heard it so many times. But, you know, I just want the same music to play. It just brings the nostalgia. I'm at the Ice Arena. I'm at Cos I. I like it. The finale, I heard a whisper that might be being changed. I don't want it to. But I guess we'll have to see. And in number one thing I actually don't want to see next year is the chair dancing. The chair's fine. If you're going to have chairs on the ice, great prop. But not the chair dancing. That, last year, with the Dennis, or with anyone, but mainly just seeing the Dennis, like, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. I know we're going to have these periods in the show and it's all for the entertainment, but no. Please no. Can we just tweak it a bit? So at least we don't have at the end, it's like sitting down, looking at the audience and running fingers through our hair. No. No. Anyway, there were two lists. Wasn't that thrilling? Not really. But I've gone through it. And so I think I'll leave it here. And I can get off and chill then. So this ends this edition of Ice Sundays, where we prefer our ice.